Alright, so while we're at it, I want to show you guys how to press the hub into the bearing and the spindle. So you guys, I guess, may or may not have seen the video how I restored these, so make sure you check that out. Alright, so spindles, these are the new hubs. Now the only thing I know about the hub is that when I took it off, the rubber piece goes on top. So make sure you line that up nice so that the piece is on top. Same thing with that one. So as I showed you guys, I bought this piece. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at some of the accessories they got for one to fit in here. You know? Maybe. I think this one's better. Right? So then I guess I'll put another piece down here to cover this, and I will just press this together. So I don't know how old this is going to be, so just bear with me. I'm over here trying it out as I'm talking to you guys. So I'm gonna put this piece on top because there's a little ring here that I think is gonna fit in the inside right here. So lay it on the side, and like I said, I will put this piece right here. And it's not big enough. Fuck. So what I might have to do is take this to my mechanic just so he could press it for me, because I don't have a press. Alright, so because I'm not that patient, what I did was grab the piece of wood, put this on top so I don't mess this ring up, and grab the 4x4 and put it on top. This way as I hammer it, it will hit it evenly. So as you do it, just make sure there's a ring in here. You can see if you're going in evenly, and if not, just adjust. But don't just start hammering it at one side. It doesn't go down even. So that looks pretty good to me. It's not touching, it's like 1/8 of an inch not touching, but you don't want to rub it against the metal either, so I think that's about it. As good as it gets. Alright, so one thing I forgot to mention or I don't know if I mentioned it or not. There's a rubber piece that's here, and that rubber piece goes in the inside. When you guys see this hub, it's supposed to be like this. The rough part in the inside, the smooth part in the outside, because the smooth part has to go in here. Gotta go in here. So it goes in fairly nice. I'm gonna just get some grease and I'm gonna put the studs on before I put it on. So I'm gonna put the studs on right now and I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the studs on and then I'm gonna hit it with some caliper paint to ensure that it doesn't get rusty. So these are the ARP extended studs that I'm using for 1980 to 2000 Honda. That's basically the thread pattern. Now the reason that I was saying it's hard to get the new hubs is because the new hubs, this hole in here in the new hubs is bigger. So when you actually try to put these through, it goes right through because, as I said, is way bigger. So instead of fitting nice and tight, is real loose. So that's the problem. I sent 2 of these spindles back, or hubs, whatever you want to call them. I sent 2 back because this hole right here was too big. The thread itself is right. So to change these, if you're not doing the extended studs, just to change it, if you want to just replace the hub and the hub bearing, you could buy it and do it. But if you want to do the extended nuts, it's gonna be hard for you to find these. So I kept the original spindle or hub set, whatever you want to call it, that came with the car. So I cleaned it up. You guys saw in the last video. I cleaned them up. I painted them. So now I'm gonna put the studs in. Then I'm gonna hit it with some black caliper paint all down here and on top of the studs, so it doesn't get rusty, so it can last longer. So I bought this piece from Harbor Freight. You could also find it on Amazon for like 15-20 bucks. All it is the screw comes down here, and you could adjust it. You can bring it up here to make it bigger if you have to go a little bit wider. So you just screw it on down here, and as you screw it, it adds the pressure to lock it in place. So you just keep screwing it. This is size I'm not sure, I think it was 22, maybe 17, I don't remember. So now what it will do is it's gonna leave like an imprint, a mark down here and 2 down here. If you don't want those marks, I suggest you put some cardboard or something. So now I have the 17 here. Nope. Try 8. Nope. So it's a 19. So you just keep basically turning this. Once you know it's secured right here and right there, see if it's right around the stud, and you just keep turning it until it snaps in place. If I want to do this a little bit faster, I would use my impact drill, but I don't want to really use that for this. I think it will be too much, so I'm going to do these by hand. Pain in the ass, but at least I don't have to worry about overdoing it. No, I'm lazy. Okay, girl. That was a 19. 19. I just don't want to overdo it, you know. So I gotta be careful. Now I also got this impact drill from Harbor Freight. It was like 40 bucks. It has a forward and a reverse. So just be careful, guys, when you use the impact drill. It has a lot of power. just watch this as it evens out. So that's it. As you guys can see, it's nice and even now. That's how it's gonna be. So now I gotta do the same process for all of them. Now if you see here, it's a little mark, and down here left a little bit of a mark right here, if you guys can see it. That's the only reason I'm gonna hit it with paint afterwards, because the paint that came with it got scratched up. So I'm gonna hit it with paint afterwards, just to ensure that it's protected against the elements, basically. Well, as you guys can see, this kind of, it threaded it. So, you know, like I said, it's $15–20. I bought it for Harbor Freight. They're usually good with warranties. So I'm gonna see if I bring it back and get another one. But hopefully I'm able to finish pressing all the studs. I still gotta do the rear ones. So bear with me. Nope, that's it. Now if you see, the stud is off by a little bit. Now one thing I know is, I know people that will put a few washers and then put the nut and then just keep tightening up the nut, and this will pop in place. I'm not really worried about this one like that. What I could do is probably try to hammer it through, but like I said, it's not a big deal because I know I could pop it back in place just by tightening up the nuts. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these onto the knuckles themselves. So basically I'm gonna just spray paint it before I put it into the hub. I'm gonna just spray paint the bottom of this. Hopefully I won't get any on the top. But if it happens, I will clean it real quick. I already hit it with alcohol, so I'm gonna hit it with caliper paint. I'm gonna just do a light coat, nothing crazy, just to help protect it from the weather. Protected from the elements, that's all. Light coat, as you guys can see, just to make sure that the screw is fully protected so it doesn't get rusty, that's all. next step will be to put it on the knuckle. Alright, so basically it's nice and clean in here. Make sure you hit it with a little W40. Take the edges of it, maybe up here a little bit. It's not really going to affect the part that you painted because it's not going to touch anything. So what you want to do is, there's two holes that are wider than others. So make sure you guys just line them up. These two bigger holes on this side. So make sure you just line it up nice. And then just press. Now the studs for it, I also put some W40 on it. Just because I don't like to struggle with it afterwards when I'm trying to take them off. So make sure the holes line up nice. And screw. Make sure when you take this off, you guys know where you put everything. So when it comes to putting it back on there, going just as easy. Now for some reason these are so old. I should have put new ones on, but they're like $5 each. So replacing one, not a problem. Replacing all of them, I'll do it if I don't have to. This one's getting me trouble. There's nothing there. So we have rust like it's stuck. I don't like forcing nuts in. Damages the thread. I think it's just this screw just feels like it's a little hard. I have this screw right here, but it doesn't really look like it's part of the bunch. It fits nice, but it doesn't look like it's the right one. Let me go check. Yeah, see, always make sure you check, because even though it was going in, this is a lot bigger. This is probably like a 14. This is a 12. So and the thread is different. I mean, the thread itself is the same, but you can see this one's a little bit longer. So put 40 on it. Just clean the tip. Not the entire thread, just the tip. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean it with alcohol. Just paint it real quick, just because this metal that's exposed, I don't want it in the future to give me any problems. So I'm just going light with it, just a little bit of alcohol. Tips a little bit, exposed metal that I just sanded just now. Like I said, it's not to prevent rust or prevent it from getting dust in there or anything like that. It's not to prevent anything. It's mainly just to help it last longer without getting dust, without getting anything in there. So remember, anytime you paint the screw, it kind of adheres to the surface. So just be careful with that. Now, I don't want to paint adheres. It's just going to be a light coat. A light coat. I'm gonna just leave it to the side so it can dry up. So that's what it is.